I die, I would start it off with shopping without having to buy the generic. That is my main goal, to make enough money where I don't have to buy the generic. But
Nice.
the one lyric that it was, is it, and I'm paraphrasing and I want you to give me the correct lyric. I would ask my father why he left.
Yep.
Did I get it dead
Yeah.
on the head?
Yeah.
I tell you that speaks to me. I talk about it on the Monday through Friday show that I do with Gio and Johnny B, the BDRS. I don't know how much I've talked about it on here, but I never knew my father. My father actually wanted my mom to abort me, and when she said that she would not, he left. Well, I was born in Chicago. He left and moved to LA before I was even born. So I can literally
Oh, wow.
be sitting
Yeah.
next to my father and not know it was him. There was an opportunity when I was 17, 18 for me to talk to him, because we always knew where he was. But I declined because, at that
Yeah.
point I'm grown.
Why
What do
stir up the water?
what do I need? Now, did you know your father at all? Or was
yeah,
it,
but I haven't seen my father since I'm 24 now.
right,
He came down for my brother's 16th birthday. He lives in Texas.
okay.
And my brother's 1 year older than me, so I haven't seen him for nearly 10 years.
How did he leave? And do
Well,
you
my
know
parents
why?
my parents split when I was very young, when I was about 3.
Okay.
And he was supposed to come. We were going to move to Florida all together, and then I guess he stayed in Texas, and then just ended up bailing on the whole plan and not coming to Florida with the rest of us.
Right.
He was supposed to finish up his degree in college or something like that, and so I just don't really talk to him. We'd visit him. My brother and I would visit him when we were younger because it's good to have that. But
Right.
we'd visit, from Florida to Texas, so maybe once every couple of years we'd go visit him. And it just, the older you get, the more stuff comes into your life, and the less we saw him, and the less we saw him, and the less he stopped really trying to communicate. And
Right.
now he makes no effort, and neither do I.
But and do you understand why? Obviously not if you're asking it in the song, but I mean, do you have an idea why? I knew why mine did. My father wanted to be a singer. He wanted to chase stardom, and he felt that a kid would, Now, can I understand in any way, shape, or form having a child and abandoning them? No, I can't wrap my head around that ideology. It's not who I am.
Yeah, especially you talk about your kid all the time.
Absolutely. So, do you kind of understand it? Is there a forgiveness with you, or is it just do you harbor any ill will towards them?
I honestly don't even think about it. Like it used to really upset me. Like, and that's why the exact lyric is, I'd ask my father why he left and if he knows how much I used to cry, because it used to bother me a lot. Like growing up, I never understood why, but I had a very strong father figure, which was my grandpa. Which in a lot of my other songs, you see that he's. I have a song called "A Father in My Eyes" because that's my grandfather. He's
Right.
a father in my eyes. My
Right.
father is just a sperm donor, really.
Right, right.
I mean, we saw him growing up, but I actually just added him on Facebook maybe about a couple months ago, and he accepted. And then,
But let me ask you something. And I'm just curious about this because I went the opposite way, where I
Okay.
could have, towards the. As I grew older and I started accomplishing things and doing things, now my father wanted to be
Yeah,
in
of
my
course.
life. But again, my mom would ask me, or people would ask me, well, why don't you want to? It's because I don't need that relationship
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And it can only serve him because I was abandoned, and I don't harbor any ill will, and I don't, because I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah.
Hate will consume every other emotion inside you.
Couldn't agree more.
It doesn't coexist with other feelings. It feeds and then overwhelms and then eventually overtakes them.
Yeah.
So I don't deal with that, but I don't need them.
yeah.
So
And
I'm
that's,
asking.
well, that's the thing. His side of the family.
Although
is
you
great.
did have a slightly different relationship,
Yeah.
and that you knew him.
Yeah, we
anyway.
knew him, and we grew up
Right.
and we visited him every couple of years, like I said. But the thing was that his family is great. My father's side of the family, he has
I
5
understand.
sisters. They're
Okay.
fantastic. Like my brother, we were in a touring metal band. We had a show in Texas, and they came out. His sisters, our aunts, came out and saw us. And,
Okay,
so
okay.
the side of the family is great. He's just kind of like the black sheep of the family. Like he's
I
very
understand.
odd. So, like I said, I tried to add him on Facebook. He added me, and then I was at a party with my mom or whatever, a birthday party or something, and she showed me a text message that he sent my mother, and it said something about like I was preparing for a bodybuilding competition a little while back.
Right.
So I was posting Instagram pictures and Facebook pictures, of my results and whatever, and he texted my mom, and he's like, I can't believe you let your son, you know, like, first of all, I'm 24. I'm a grown man. It's not she's letting me post pictures.
Right.
But anyways, he texts her and says, you know, I can't believe you let your son post pictures like that with his shirt off and just like playing around, like, you know, just weird stuff. Like,
Right.
And he said, I'm very proud that he doesn't consider himself a Garcia. My last name is Garcia. My name is Rory Ellis Garcia.
Right.
I go by Rory Ellis because it sounds better as a musician. And because I don't really want to associate myself with that side.
Let me stop you right
Yeah.
there. My name on Facebook and when I do stand up and whatever is Maurice Jovan. My actual name is Maurice Jovan Billington, but that's not from my father. That's from the stepfather that raised me that
Okay.
was abusive, and I don't want
Obviously,
to.
yeah, you don't associate with that
I don't
either.
want to associate with that, and I made sure that in both my boys' names. That their middle name had the hyphen Jovan because I wanted to make sure that the part of me
Yeah,
was
of course.
there and that they didn't have this name from someone that I didn't know and or respect.
Of course.
So I get that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he said, I'm glad that he's...
Yeah, he said more or less, you know, I'm glad, like, I'm glad that he doesn't consider himself a Garcia. I'd be ashamed of that. And like my mom showed me these texts, and I was like, you know, what a you know, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, dick.
What
You
a
can say
what
dick.
a- like,
Yeah.
you know, so at that point, I sent them a message. I said, you know what? Basically, summing it up, I said, you know, I have no hard feelings against you. You know, you're obviously a terrible father, but honestly, that's made me a better person because
Right,
I grew up with a very strong mother figure. My mom's great. She raised my brother and I by herself.
Right. As did my
and
mom.
and my grandfather and my grandma were very.
You
huge
guys
aspects.
are
And-
making me sad.
Listen. This
No,
is,
really, like you guys are making me sad. Like I have two best friends in this entire planet, and they are literally no matter what I say, no matter how ridiculous I am or what craziness I go through, I have two best friends in this entire planet, and they are my father and my son. They are literally my best friends.
Right.
I couldn't explain it any other different, other than to tell you that every day I talk to my father.
Right.
And every day I talk to my son.
Listen. You are.
I don't have full custody of my son. I have joint custody of my son. So I have him 50% of his time.
You are
But every
lucky.
day I
Yeah.
talk to him.
You are.
And those are my two best friends.
You're
You
absolutely
guys are breaking
lucky.
my heart
Yeah,
right now.
It's sad. That's
because
why I like this kind of talk because it's sad. Because you have
Because-
to know it.
That is a relationship that it can't be replaced. It can't be excused, and it can't be anything other than like the fact that like my dad is he is my best friend.
I know.
And my
listen.
son is the only other substitute I can go to.
My two
besides my
sons,
dad.
because of my relationship with my dad, and you don't have children yet, Rory,
No.
correct? My sons, and you heard me. I talk about
Yeah,
my sons all the time
yeah.
because Jim, they are like you say, they are my best friends,
Yeah.
and I will not repeat the cycle of abandoning my children.
No,
I
you
will
should
not be.
not,
I
no.
won't be a party to that
Because-
it had to end with
Yeah.
an abusive stepdad, and a dad that never wanted to
And
know.
it's unfortunate, but honestly, you know, it is
unfortunate,
what it is, and you're probably a better dad for.
Absolutely.
And you're making
having
really
grown
good
up.
country
Yeah.
music because of it, but
Exactly.
the point is, you're really bringing me down. The music is good,
The
but your
music is-
story's
the music-
sad. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Listen, that's how you make country music. You
Is
know?
it really?
Yeah.
You lose everything?
You got
It's
to.
got-
Do you really literally have to lose the dog and the truck and the fucking...
You have to.
That wasn't in this song,
It
though.
wasn't in that one.
Yeah,
I
what
know.
did that
I
was?
was talking to the dog in this song.
Well, he gets fired up.
Well, you know,
I know. That's all right. I got it. I was able to dump it.
made him so sad that he cursed.
I know. All right. Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break. I'm going to talk to Neville Lee. Is he still in here? Because we want to talk about some charity too. That's a part of being American as well. We'll go to the phones in a little bit. They'll have to hold. I am so jammed up. And what's the second song that you guys are going to be
Next song I'm
playing?
gonna do is a song called "Soon Enough."
Soon Enough,
Yes.
and we'll talk about Soon Enough after I talk with Neville Lee. So again, we've got a lot of show remaining for you in the 40 or so minutes that we have to squeeze it in. Do not go anywhere. It's the Cat Named Mo Show.
I am so sorry, man. I get
know-
so
I
emotional
know-
about
I
like
didn't know.
father
Jared
and
Said
son
it or not,
issues.
that was like, oh,
I'm so sorry,
You haven't
dude.
been recording, have you?
I'm so sorry.
That's
All
all
the
right.
segments?
No, I was all I can say is
Oh,
I'm
sure.
sorry.
Just have it now. Okay,
All right, Neville, I'm going to put you right with you.
Okay, so 3 and 4.